Right then, we are back with some more of the Manchester United career mode here. We're going to be going to the end of the first year. Well, the end of 2019 anyway. We're going to start things off here with a game against AZ Alkmaar in the Europa League. Of course, we won our first game in the Europa League. So we're joint top of the group. We've had an offer come in for League round, which we are going to accept. Let him go on his way. And do we want to change the squad for this game a little bit? I think we probably can do, although we got Newcastle in a few days, haven't we, really? So, okay. Maybe we do. Basically what I've done is I've called back our youth scout that was away in Norway, because I really want to just... Well, I've decided I want to probably send them all away on the 1st of the month rather than having on the 3rd, just so I can keep track of things a bit better. So we brought that one back. What we're going to do here, so I'm just going to switch around the team a little bit. I'm not going to make it too weak, but I am going to rest a few of our main players for that game against Newcastle at the weekend. So we're going to give Greenwood a game. James is still in the team, of course, because of the Anthony Martial injury. We keep Sancho, who's our top goal scorer, actually, with 8 goals on the right-hand side. So let's get into this game. So they've won their first game against Mattersburg 4-1. And we get a 2-0 victory. Goals from Sandro Tonali and Dan James, even after Juan Mata missed a penalty. Right. That's good. That is good. Right. We're doing pretty well, actually, so far. Liverpool top of the table, though, with a win in every game so far this season. Let's change our team back around then. So we bring Rashford back in. We bring in Alexandro. Jimenez comes in alongside Maguire, who's now an 83 rated. Pogba comes in as well alongside Tonali. Is that everyone? I think so. Martial's still out injured. Okay. So this is our strongest team at this point in time. I'm going to have a look at the scouts, because what I want to do is I want to send the scouts away on the 1st of November for their first little run around. But I want to have 3 5-star scouts if we can. Oh, not quite yet. We'll go a few more days and get another refresh on that. So where are we now? We are at the 6th of October. Yes, we're going to go all of October, all of November, and all of December in this video. As we go against this game against Newcastle, we've got our strongest team on the pitch at this point in time. Let's see how we get on. Newcastle's in a bad vein of form at the moment. We compound that with a 6-0 victory, our biggest win so far. 2 for Rashford, 1 for Sancho, 1 for Havertz, 1 for Sandro, and 1 for Maguire. That's a massive win for us, that is. It's a huge win. That's the biggest win I've ever had on this game, I think, so far. Excellent. So we'll give it a little bit more training to these guys. I think I'm going to stop training these guys now. I think once the players get to a 70, I'm going to stop training them and let the natural progression take them to where they need to go. But that's pretty good, actually. I'm happy with that. So players leaving international duty, that's fine. Ethan Galbraith deal has broken down and there's an offer for Dylan Levitt. Seems like Levitt and Galbraith are 2 players that don't seem to want to leave the club. Which is fine if they want to stick around, but they are not in my long-term plans because I've seen their potentials and they're not good enough, essentially. Oh, you know what it is? I've just figured it out. Our squad's too small. We can't sell anyone else, can we? That's what it is. Once you get to a certain point, the game doesn't allow you to sell anyone, so our squad must just be too small at this point in time. Right, let's check the office again, because it's been a good week or so since the last time we checked the youth staff. Hopefully we've got another 5-star, 5-star. Yes, we do. There we go. Bradley Green. Right. That's good. We've got 3 5-star, 5-star scouts now, so we can send them away at the beginning of November. But now, a massive game here against Liverpool. Let's do the press conference for this one, because we could do with getting our momentum higher. There's old Olivia Solscar. Right. Can your winning streak continue? We're in great form. The streak will continue. I'm focused on long-term success. Let's say we're in great form. I don't want to pressurise the players too much. Your recent form has put you in a good position to qualify for the European Champions League. Do you have enough depth in your squad to maintain your momentum? I hope the whole squad can help us. That should hopefully help a lot of the players that are not playing a lot of football at this point in time. You put the game beyond doubts last time. Congratulations. Do you reckon that your rival Liverpool is concerned at all? There should be. My lads performed admirably. That's the best way of doing it. Just sort of dance around the question a little bit and just showcase our ability rather than talking down the opponents. Liverpool have won 8 out of 8 so far, so this is not going to be easy. We're looking to become the first team this season to take points off Liverpool, and they've looked incredibly strong so far. I mean, to be honest, I'll take a draw. We lost 3-1. 2 goals for Robertson, 1 for Salah. We had a goal for Sancho. That's disappointing, to be honest. That is disappointing. But our team is going to get better and better as time goes on. We're back in the Europa League against Mattersburg this time. I'd like to see Anthony Martial back soon if I can, but I think he's still out injured. He is indeed. Wow, he's out for a long time, isn't he? Right, let's bring in Diego Dallo again. We'll have Konate and Upamecano in there. We'll have Scott McTominay in there. Let's bring in Mata in place of Havertz. Let's bring in Tahith Chong and switch him around with Dan James. We'll have Greenwood up front. And is that probably... Yeah, we'll settle for that. That's going to keep a lot of people fit and healthy, ready for the game at the weekend. So we'll save that starting lineup. I mean, won 2 games out of 2 so far. This should be another easy victory. But if we don't win, it's not the end of the world. I mean, we don't want to not win, don't get me wrong. But this should be a simple victory for us either way, to be honest. And a convincing one as well. It's a 2-1 victory. It's not as well as I thought it was going to be. But goals for James and Greenwood, very good. That should help their progression as well. Get them leveled up a bit quicker. As we lead up to Norwich at the weekend. We've got 2 more games this month so far. We've got Norwich in the league. So let's switch the team back around. And the fitness is looking good because they've all had a bit of a rest. So Maguire and Jimenez. We want... Oh god, I messed that one up. We want Pogba there. We want Alexandro here. And Havertz here. There we go. And then Dan James back on as well. Dan James has done pretty well so far. He's up to a 77 now, which is going to make him a very, very strong asset for us. I think his potential in this game is now an 86. So he's not going to be the world's best player, but he's definitely going to be a player that we'll probably keep for the majority of this career mode, just as a player from the bench, because 86 rated is very, very good. Very, very good. Right, so Liverpool, yeah, 9 wins out of 9. That's incredible, really, isn't it? That's a massive, massive amount of wins for them. We play up against Norwich here today. And it's a 1-1 draw. Pogba missed a penalty. Wow, okay. I'm unsure if those are the wrong way around. Has Sancho scored and then Pogba missed a penalty? Or has Pogba missed a penalty and then Sancho's put the deflection in? They might be the wrong way around. I'm not sure on that one. But that's not good for us at all. Liverpool got another victory, beating Spurs 2-1 this time. But that 1-1 draw against Norwich is not ideal. Not ideal at all. We want to finish top 4 this season. And do want to push a bit in this game. I think I don't want to play our weakest side, but at the same time I want to sort of change a few things around. Maybe just rest a couple of players. McTominay in place of Tonali. And Upamecano in place of Maguire. That'll probably do it. So I want to change a few players around, but I'm liking the look of this Carabao Cup. We're doing pretty well in it. We might be able to get a victory, and we need to turn the form around after a draw and a loss in the previous 2 games. So a win here against Burnley would be very much appreciated. And it's a 2-0 victory. Goals from Greenwood and Alexandro get us that win. Excellent. Right, do I send I might send the scouts off now, actually. Yeah, the 31st. I think that's a good time to do it, actually. So youth staff. Right, so I'm going to send the English scouts to stay in England for 9 months, which is the longest you can do. And then I want one other scout that's going to be just going more around the UK. So we'll start off with Scotland for 3 months. And then we'll have one scout that's just going to go around the world. Let's start off big with a little bit of Brazil. Okay, there we go. So that is them 3 sorted. We'll get them sent away and hopefully get some cool stuff back. Right, so we need to get forward to this Bournemouth game. We'll see what our health is like. It's a new month, so we might have had some stat upgrades, have we? I can't see any straight off the bat, to be honest. Havertz is still an 85. Rashford is injured. That's not ideal, is it? Rashford's picked up an injury. We'll put Twanzebe on the bench. Not that we really need another defender on the bench, but yeah, it's not good, that, is it? Oh, there we go. Tonali and McTominay have both had an upgrade. They've both got up to a 78. Wan-Bissaka's up to an 82 now, so he's had a couple of points upgrade this season as well. It looks like Greenwood's going to keep his position up front today then, unless... no, we've got no other players who can play striker, have we? So it looks like that Greenwood is going to have to take that position. We will save the changes. I mean, Greenwood's done pretty well. He's scored goals when we need him to. So it's not exactly a bad thing having him up front in this game. But we need to turn our league form around. It's been pretty poor in the last couple of games. And Bournemouth have won 2 of their last 3 and a draw in the other one. And we do get a 2-1 victory. Goals from Dan James and Jadon Sancho get us the victory. Both Rashford and Martial are injured. That is not a good time for us, is it really? It's not a good time at all. We can rest a few players in this one, though, I feel. Which I think we're going to have to, really. And we'll keep Greenwood on because I feel like Rashford hopefully will be back by then. Hopefully, anyway. Right, Chong is also up a point. He's a 67 now. Konate and Upamecano, I want them both in the team. Diego Dallo can come in place of Sandro. Twanzebe can come on in place of Wan-Bissaka. McTominay in place of Pogba. And Mata in there as well. Okay, that's fine. It's a weaker side. It's a rested side for us. But at the same time, it's a team that should be strong enough to get the victory here. And I think we do get the victory here. I think we have qualified for the next round, I would believe. Hopefully. That's the plan anyway. 2-0 victory. Goals from Chong and Sandro Tonali. Lovely jubbly. So I think that should be us qualified for the next round now, and we've not really had to do too much. We've managed just to get a bit of first team football for some of our younger players. Right, so let's get the team changed back around. Is Rashford back yet? Rashford is back now, which is perfect timing. So we'll bring Twanzebe back off the bench. That was the wrong way around, wasn't it? That's fine. Chong then for Wan-Bissaka. We'll bring Sandro in place of Dallo. Jimenez and Maguire back in at the back. Pogba comes in again. Jadon Sancho back in as well. And Havertz. So still no Rashford at this point in time. So we'll keep Dan James in that left midfield spot. Not Rashford, sorry. Still no Martial. So we'll keep Dan James at a left wing spot. And we'll go into this one. We could do with another victory again. We want to make sure we get top 4 this season. We want to get ourselves back in the Champions League. It's a 1-0 victory. The goal from Paul Pogba. Liverpool beat Man City. So Liverpool have won like 11 games in a row now. They're running away with this, they are. 12 games in a row, not 11. Wow. That's mad. Transfer offers, but again, there's not much we can do with that because I feel like we need to fill our squad back up before we're allowed to actually sell anybody else. So we're going to have to... well, hopefully we'll get some good young players back this month. And if we do... we might have to bring one straight up, to be honest with you, because of trying to complete the missions, our board objectives and stuff like that. Sheffield United. Is Martial back yet? Or is he still... no, he's still injured. It's not ideal, is it? Diego Dallo, let's give you a game in place of Sandro. And then... Konate in place of... not Pogba. In place of Maguire. Let's just switch things around a bit. Keep everyone happy. Keep trying to progress, because obviously one of the things we want to do is just develop these players as quickly as we can and get them as good as they can be, and hopefully that's going to help them play better. 6-0 victory once again. Wan-Bissaka, Dallo, 2 goals for Havertz, 1 for Sancho and 1 from Alexandro from the bench. That's a big win for us. That's fantastic. Right. Let's push forward. Then we've got Haugesund. So again, we can play our younger players. Konate is injured though. So in comes Twanzabi. Upper Meccano in there as well. Again, Chong. I should set this up actually, shouldn't I? So I've got two separate teams I can just change between them. That would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? Maybe I can do that. Well, saying that, it's probably not going to be a thing until next season again anyway now, is it? Because this team... well, once we get to the knockout stages of the Europa League, it's not going to be a problem anymore, is it? Because we should have to play our strongest team, which means we probably are going to have to strengthen a bit in January if we need to. I don't know how much we need to strengthen, to be honest. Our squad's quite... well, it's not strong. It's not very deep, our squad. That's the problem. It is a 4-1 victory. 2 for Dan James, 1 for McTominay, and 1 for Paul Pogba from the bench. Lovely jubbly. And we're going to get our first lot of youth players. And that's an interesting one. How is the youth players going to work if I did it on the 31st? Because you said you want more playtime. I thought I was on the way out and you gave me a chance. I'm glad I got to impress you. I've been playing you quite a lot, Maguire, to be honest with you, mate. Been getting quite a lot of football. I literally dropped you for 2 games. There we go, scouting update. Oh, I hope to God we get someone good. Let's start this off with a bang. We didn't get anything good in our first one that we cancelled on. So first of all, we have the Brazilian ones. So you're not good enough. You're potentially okay. You're not good enough, you're not good enough, and you're not good enough. There's one here that could be. We're going to continue to scout. That's not ideal start so far. Then the one in Scotland, Dave McDonald, terrible. Angus McLean, terrible. Rory McCall, terrible. Gordon Young, those are the sort of players I do sign. Anybody that's got a minimum potential of 70, I do sign, and then we'll just see how they get on in the academy. I might have to sign them though, to be honest, because we could do with starting that mission and the board want us to do with the academy. Into England, 72, Callum Kelly will take you. Get rid of you. And we'll get rid of you. So we've got 2 players into the academy. So we'll have a look now at the academy. So we've got a right midfielder, 72 to 94, and we have got a central defensive midfielder, 71 to 94. Now, if we look in the objectives, we need to sign one player with a potential over 85 to your youth squad and increase their overall by at least 10 points. Okay. Sign 4 youth players to the senior team in the same season they were scouted and play them in 20 matches. That's just stupid. How are we supposed to get 20... There's not even 20 matches left this season. That's crazy. Okay, so I don't think we're able to do that one, to be honest. We've done that already. We need to finish in the Europa League. I'm just hoping we can keep our job past this first season, because this could be a problem, you know. Well, let's push on. Let's see what happens. Anyway, so we've got Aston Villa next. So obviously we're going to bring our stronger players back in. Let's stop Maguire having a hissy fit by giving him another game. Sancho comes back in. Pogba in place of McTominay. Rashford up front. And Kai Havertz sat just behind. Martial still out injured. And of course we've got Jadon Sancho as well, who we're going to bring in. Sancho can play left mid. Let's play that way around for a little bit and see how that goes. With Sancho on the left and James on the right, just to try and confuse teams a little bit. Here we go. So Aston Villa have lost their last 3 games in a row. Can we compound that bad luck for them? We can. 2 goals for Sancho and 1 for Kai Havertz. It's going to push us back into a good position in the league then. We're back into 4th. That's good. This is going to be tricky. 2 big games coming up here. Spurs, then Man City. So I think we're going to have to stick with our strongest team. New month, upgrades. Dan James up to a 78. I think that's the only upgrade so far. Maguire's up to an 83. Was he already 83 or was he 82? I can't remember now. Is that a new month? Am I going mad? Yeah, it is a new month, yeah. So Dan James got up to a 78. Apart from that, no one else has changed. Big game here then against Spurs. 3rd versus 4th. Can we pull off the victory? It's a 2-2 draw. Goals for Pogba and Havertz, Vertonghen and Lucas Moura. Okay. Interesting. Next up then, Manchester City. It's a tough week. We got a draw against Spurs. I mean, I'd take another draw here, to be honest with you. But Man City are in good form. 3 wins out of 3 in their last games. And it's a 1-1 draw again. Goals from Mahrez and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Okay, interesting. I mean, I'm not happy with it. 2 points, but it's better than a loss, isn't it? So we need to make sure we win this game, or at least draw it, because we want to make sure we finish top of the group. But we do have Everton at the weekend as well. So I'm going to make some changes, not necessarily wholesale, but I'm going to make some changes just to keep people fit and that sort of stuff. Let's go with Dalot at right back, Chong at left wing, and then Mata. So yeah, not wholesale changes, but should still be enough to get us the victory here over PSV. And then that should put us the Europa League out the way then until the new year. Wow, AZ have got 5-0, 5-0, 5-0 in the last 3 games. And they lose 2-0 to Lusto. Goals from McTominay and Juan Mata. Injury for Dan James, though, which might be a problem, because, of course, we do have Martial injured at the moment as well. It's leaving us pretty low on members, unless it's not too bad of an injury. So we've got 5.5 million for qualifying from the group stages. Next up then is the game against Everton. Then we've got another Carabao Cup game against Bournemouth. Right, so Everton, so Dan James is going to be out for this game. So I think Greenwood's actually going to stay in the team, but out on the right. We'll bring Rashford back in. We'll bring Havertz back in. And we'll bring Pogba back in as well. And we'll bring Sancho back in. Konate can then come back onto the bench. In place of, it's going to be Dan James now then, isn't it, really? Okay, and then Alexandro back in place of Dalot. Okay. So Greenwood is going to play out on the wing today. He's a player who I want to get a lot out of. He's only got like an 80... Is he 86 as well, I think? Or is he 88 now? I think he might have a slightly higher potential than the rest. Everton's form so far has not been great in the last 3 games, but they've been tricky games. Chelsea, Liverpool and Leicester. We get a 3-0 victory though. Goals from Sancho, Wan-Bissaka and Gomez. Lovely. Lovely freaking jubbly. Well, let's push on. I might have to look at strengthening the squad in the January window. I was looking at getting Haaland. However, the problem is... Oh, I forgot about contracts. Don't know. Lee Grant, that's fine. If Lee Grant's going to leave on a free transfer, I'm not really bothered, to be honest with you. Any other contracts we need to deal with? Mitchell, Levitt, Galbraith, Chong. Chong can have a new contract. Let's get that done. Don't want to lose him at this point in time. I mean, he does have a decent potential. It's not amazing as it could be, to be honest, but it's a decent potential. So he wants to be a prospect, which is fine. Let's lock him into a 5-year contract. He wants a 3-year contract. I'll give you a 4-year contract. Let's meet in the middle. Yeah, he's happy with that. Sweet. Disregard any release fee. They want a 3 million. No. No £3 million release fee. That's stupid. Okay, they're happy not to have it. That's good. Okay, let's get you up to 20k. Let's keep you happy. We've got tons of money to spend, so let's just do it. There we go. Well, that's Chong locked in then for another 5 seasons. That's good. Right, so... How's the team looking fitness-wise? I don't think we have a lot of choice of what we can change in this game, to be honest. McTominay in place of Tonali. Oh, God. McTominay in place of Tonali. Konate in place of Jimenez. And Dalot in place of Wan-Bissaka. Okay, Okay, that's a few changes, nothing major though. Because this will get us into the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup if we can pull this off. And they've had a bit of bad form recently. Bournemouth, 3 losses in the last 3. Can we compound that with another one? We can, and it's 4-1. Chong got sent off. He came on the 62nd minute, got booked in the 64th, and booked again in the 71st. Wow. And Greenwood's picked up an injury as well. Okay, we might have to invest in some sort of winger in January at this rate, by the looks of it. Okay, we can't do any of that because we haven't got enough players. Right, we've got Watford next. And Greenwood is still out injured. Is Dan James back yet, though? No. Okay, this is going to cause a bit of confusion, isn't it? So, Brandon Williams, and Chong's suspended as well. Okay. Okay, this is really throwing a spanner in the works now. So, Wan Mata can play right mid. Okay, Wan Mata's going to play out there for this game. It means we've got Brandon Williams and Dimitri Mitchell on the bench. I mean, that's probably not the best way forward because both of those are defence, aren't they? Let's bring Dylan Levitt on in place of Dimitri Mitchell. Just cover some more positions. It's not an ideal squad, this one, because of injuries but and suspensions. But it is what it is. We've got Greenwood, Martial, and what's his name? Dan James, all out injured for this game. I don't mind Wan Mata playing out wide. He's a good enough player, but he just hasn't got a lot of pace to play that position. But it still works out well. 2 goals for Rashford, 1 for Sancho, 1 for McTominay. Gets us a 4-1 victory over Watford. Lovely jubbly. Right. As we push a little bit further forward. So Chong should be back now. But then again, Mata's probably the better option anyway. At this point in time. Maguire is now suspended for a game as well. That's fine. We can bring Jimenez back in. And Chong can come back onto the bench. I feel like that Greenwood injury might be bad considering how far that is away. I'll have to have a look. Okay. Anything else we want to change? Let's bring Tonali back into the team. And Wan-Bissaka as well. Okie doke. Keep that team. And we will get through this game. We're currently 1 point in 4th position still. Come on, guys. We need this win. We need to solidify this 4th position. It's a 3-1 win. A hat-trick from Sancho. Sancho's amazing. Another injury, though, for Tonali this time. Oh, God. Oh, God. Another bloody injury. Just what we need, isn't it? I don't think I've ever had this many injuries in a FIFA game before, I must admit. It's injuries galore. Right, so we've got McTominay on the bench who can cover that position anyway. So let's bring him into the team. And then I think we'll stick with that for now. Or we'll bring Maguire back in place of Konate. Like so. And we'll get this game underway against Burnley. We're 2 points away from Wolves now, who are in 5th position. Burnley lost 3 of the last 3. Made that 4 out of 4 a triumphant 5-0 victory away from home against Burnley. 2 for Pogba, 2 for Havertz, and another one for Jadon Sancho. That's a great result, that is. Really good result. And that actually lifts us above Manchester City in the league. And 5 points away from Wolves as well. Wow, okay. That's a pretty damn good game, that is. Pretty damn good result. And we should hopefully get the youth scouts back before the end of the month. Okay, we are going to get them back. Yeah, there they are. Right then, so let's have a look. So first of all, we have an update of the youth squad. 72 to 94... 74 to 94 Callum Kelly now, which is pretty good. And 76 to 94 for Gordon Young. Okay, they both look like they're going to be pretty good players, those two, actually. We might bring them up in January. Right, Kleber Mendes from Brazil, no. Fabio Ribeiro, no. Hugo Azevedo, no. Alex Conceição we will take. He could be up to 73 now, actually. Wow, that's what we want. That is what we want. Alessandro Blanco, 77 to 94. 76 to 94 for Chao Gomez as well. Wow, okay, that's two cracking players in Brazil. Back into Scotland. Can we maintain that good little vein of form at the end there? Not looking so good here. Nope, Scotland's been pretty poor this month. And then into England as well. Sean Morgan's a no. Jamie Davis is a no. Oh my word. I don't think I've seen a player with that higher potential before. Mason Shaw is incredible. 85 to 94 straight off the bat. Wow, that's incredible. That is stunning. Charles Bell as well has got a high potential. This has been a really, really good month for us. A really good month. Let's just get through all that sort of stuff. Player injured. Tonali's up for 7 days. That sort of stuff. Player returns. Martial returns from a groin injury. Nice. So we'll get him on the bench, I think, for a game or two coming up. But let's have a quick look before we finish the video at our academy. See who we've got now then. So Callum Kelly we already had. Mason Shaw is a striker. That could be fantastic, actually. Although he's 15, so we can't sign him yet anyway. But that is actually very, very good for us. I've struggled to find strikers normally, so having him is going to be really, really good. Lovely jubbly. Charles Bell's a goalkeeper. We already had Young already. Alex Conceição is a centre-back, which is lovely as well. Alessandro Blanco, Cam. And Chao Gomez, a right-back. Okay. And he's 64 rated already. So that might actually be worth bringing straight up, to be honest with you. I'd like to bring him straight up as well. I wish you would tell me when their birthday is, so I knew which month I'd come back to sign him. But next episode then, we'll come back. We will maybe spend a bit of money in January. We've got 75 million left, so we could invest again in January to improve any positions we do need to look at. And we can also have a look at bringing some of those youth players up as well. Of course, if you've enjoyed this one, please do hit a like and of course subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabba Gamer. Thank you much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.